Hola, buenos dias. My name is Jessie Reyez, and you are watching Take Flight.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Wings of Take Flight. We are here, Metro Theatre. Jessie Reyez in the building.
Hey.
Thank you for coming through and having a chat with us before your Sydney show. Australia, you've had a bunch of shows happening already. How has it been so far? How's the experience?
It's nice, man. It's been a really funny thing to be on the receiving end of aggressive love, because it feels like a lot of people that I happen to meet, on the streets, or that happen to catch me right before the show or something, are like, "We've been waiting. We've been with you since kiddo." It's like love, but also bitch, it's been a long time. It's a combination of that it's a particular combination of that I like out here.
That's awesome to hear that love is strong. The love is strong is what you're saying. I know you got some fans about to fill that room next door.
Yeah.
So again, I appreciate you being here.
Love.
Have you linked with or been out to see many of the other artists since you've been here? Because I know you've been playing Listen Now Festival, which is stacked as well. Have you managed to see any of them outside of a festival space?
Hell yeah. Actually, you know what, man? Way back, before I was lucky enough to be a full-time musician, I was a bartender for a long time. And I don't like the nightlife because I worked in it so much. I was a bottle service girl too, so I was just over it. So I don't really party, and I don't really drink anymore, so I don't really go outside. But I'm so happy that on the last day of the festival, I was like, fuck it, sample the grape. Hit me, she was like, "You gotta come out." I was like, okay. And then we linked up with some of Skeptic's team. They were like, "Yeah, we're going out to this spot, some after party." And I was like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. This shit was so fun. I shit you not, we shut down that place. We went till 5 a.m. It was so much fun. And that's just on a human level. I was lucky enough to see their sets as well. Sample killed it, Skeptic killed it. So dope. Earth Gang killed it. It was so 100%. Sick. But to kind of put a pin in the professional and be human beings that are just dancing and enjoying the music, as opposed to making it commerce, it was just really nice.
I love to hear that. I love to hear people getting amongst it outside of what you're doing as well for your obvious work. As much as you love it. Has there been a standout experience at any point so far? I know you still got 3 headline shows left, I think it is, but thus far around the country, has there been one standout spot?
Melbourne, when we did Jeans, because of the nature of release dates and tours and an opening tour that I was on. Who was I opening for? Billy? Yeah. No, opening for Sam. I was opening for Sam Smith when Jeans came out. And then I've done festivals in between. So I haven't had a chance to do that song at my own show, right? And for anyone who doesn't know, when you're on stage and it's your own show, you get spoiled. I get so spoiled by people who are fans because they fucking yell the songs back. Whereas festivals, there's a percentage of people that have never heard of your shit before, so you're starting from the ground up. Not from the ground up, but you're starting from lower than you are from when you're walking into a room with people who are open. And then there's another element to that for me, because I'm so far away from home in a market that I haven't really tapped into too much, So it feels it's uphill. It ends great, but it's uphill at the festivals and stuff. So having the opportunity to do a headline show in between the festivals, I didn't realize that was the first time I ever played. In Australia, it was the first time I ever played Jeans at my own show. And when I started singing it, these motherfuckers yelled that shit back. And I was like, ooh, it's on video. I was taken back because I was like, I just haven't ever heard a crowd sing that so forcefully. And it was just really nice memory to have been given here.
Well, as you said, it's amazing that you did get the time to do your own headline shows. For that reason, now you know what's in store, I guess, for when you tour the rest of the world, when you've got these other headline shows that are going to go crazy.
Amen.
Yeah. Look, we have to talk about some of your latest tracks. Obviously, the last month or two, Ridin, featuring the legend himself, Lil Wayne, came out. I did read before that you had previously written for him or written with him.
We worked together, yeah. We have another song on one of his last albums.
Okay. What was it like this time around, the fact that he came through and blessed you with this verse? On top of that being that I did see you already had a verse prepared, so you were switching it out for his.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Yeah, fuck my verse. When I found out Wayne was done, I was like, fuck my verse. It was lit. I'm happy that it worked out. Shout out to the Monsters and Jeff Kitty, or the producers, who fucking killed it. When we were done the song, we were thinking about features. His name just landed in the room and it fit. It just fit. And I was lucky enough to get good reception when I sent it out to him, and then he sent it back and it was money.
And now it's history, I guess.
And now it's
early history.
Yeah.
obviously you weren't with him when he recorded the verse, which I think might be a blessing. I've heard some stories about the effort and the time he puts in. So you may have been waiting around a little bit. But you obviously shot the music video together.
Yeah.
So what was the experience about working with him and the energy behind the scenes?
Yo, you know how earlier in the interview I said I understand love aggression? The reason I understand it is because it's a language I speak very well. Because when I love and get so excited, I'm like this. I'm like, shut the fuck. I'm like, no way.
I understand the energy.
I had to hold back. And I don't even think, I squeezed the shit out of that man when I hugged him. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was just so happy. I was so amped. I was skipping around that fucking set like a fucking kid hopped up on like 16 packs of Skittles. I was just amped. Yeah, so amped. And it didn't take that many takes, which is, you know, pun intended. But it was fucking lit. It was lit. Childhood me and current me was very, very happy.
Blessed again. Yeah. Now, just to follow that up, on your Instagram, I see you yelling bananas at the camera. Is there a story behind that, or was I missing something at that point?
No, I don't know where the fuck that came from.
Just being silly.
Yep.
Just being silly?
I really have no idea. Do you know where that's come from?
Bananas.
Yeah, that's
bananas
just
down
equivalent.
Here.
Yeah,
bananas.
It's synonymous with crazy.
That's cool.
Nuts.
Good energy.
Yeah.
Something I read on your Instagram that you posted just since you've been here was, I'd rather be stressed over work than stressed over someone's son. And look, whether that was just a caption, whether that was a lyric, or whether it's whatever it is, either way, it's straight facts, to be completely honest with you. While it could just be that caption, what are the biggest stresses that you've found for yourself out here in the touring world?
In the touring world.
Touring world.
Specific.
Oh, we can go music world in general.
No.
Oh,
I love
touring?
your specifics,
all right, let's go.
yeah. In the touring world, the stresses are allotting time for health, just scheduling, because time runs away from you very quickly when you're on the road. It's a beautiful thing, though. It's an indication that you're doing what you love and, like, shit's going well, because if time's dripping, that means that you fucking hate where you are. So shit moves fast.
Facts.
Just trying to find time to make sure you're not forgetting about your health and just the shit you got to do to make sure that your soul's intact, and losing things. I was warned. I think it was Son, one of my friends, like, back home, he warned me. He was like, there's just things that you'll never see again, because you're just packing, unpacking, and you see so many hotels, excuse me, you see so many hotel rooms, and you lose. I've lost favorite t-shirts. I've lost like a little pendant. I hope whoever found them is enjoying them, because I love them and I miss them.
Oh, it's like you're getting extremely emotional right now, but it's just that little choke up. Look, good answer. You all right? Well, wait a second. You good? All right. Look, your IG is full of gold mines, to be honest. When I heard about this interview, I was glad. All I had to do was go for a little scroll through that on top of some YouTube stuff. But gold mines, including you being a bit of a motivational speaker.
I thought you were going to say a bit emotional. Yeah.
well, you are right now.
Yeah.
But a bit of a motivational speaker that really pushes through. I was actually talking to someone outside just about that, on top of an actual TED Talk, by the way, which is crazy. But the video I did see was in regards to not turning away from fear and just pushing on through is the gist, the general gist. To this day, you've obviously been around the music world for a while now. Is there anything that still puts a little bit of fear in you, but you know you have to just push through because you know the end result that you want?
Yeah. Parties.
And
like networking. Mm-hmm. But it's not so much, it's a little fear, I guess, yeah. It's reluctance. That's not a good answer, because it's not something I'm scared of. To be honest, I'm not scared of much these days.
That's hectic to hear, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not scared of much. The only thing I'm scared of is losing people I love, and even that, I have like faith in spirit reunification. So I know that we'll see each other again. You know, but what I'm scared of. What the fuck? You got something. You're smiling. What are you thinking?
Tell us at the back.
She what? Snakes and... Well, that's you. Yeah, that's
you know
not
her?
me. That's him.
To be fair, snakes and spiders are fucked. But look, down here, they're not that common. Everyone thinks they're crazy.
They're crazy?
They're not that common.
Yeah,
they're not
really,
that common.
But what the fuck? I'm not scared of shit. I love heights. I love fucking speed. I love challenges. I thrive on it. Like, I love adrenaline. I love the feeling of like... Of successfully climbing a mountain. There's things I'm reluctant towards. Like, I'm reluctant to go network. I'm reluctant to go socialize. I'm reluctant for that shit. But I always have faith that I'm like, something will come of this. Because you can never connect the dots forward. You can only connect them back, you know? So as long as you're adding little increments and part of the increment to that, part of the little bits that I'm adding towards like success is it has to do a lot with relationships. So going outside.
But look, other than that, not being scared of much just means this is why you got to push through. Even if you were at one time, not so much anymore.
Yeah. The more you do it, the more you numb yourself to having that sort of reaction.
You got to. While you're here, I can't not talk about another record of yours, the Big Sean link up. Yeah. To be completely honest, if that was the style you were going to go for moving forward, I'll be tapping in every day still, all right? It was crazy. So what I guess put it in your head or put it in the world for you to come through and drop over it? Because you're like rapping on this one, yeah? What made you, I guess, expand yourself and want to push like that on a record with Big Sean? And was Big Sean planned to be on it, or was it an afterthought?
No, it usually happens like after the fact, after something's made, because I don't really like being too I don't like planning, because when you're in the room, if you start planning in advance, you're kind of taken away from the now of like when you're creating. But in terms of like why I wanted to expand, I honestly, it's not much of a departure from things I've done. They're just elusive, like hidden tracks that have been in other projects that some people haven't heard because they're part of like my second EP. Like if you listen to Dear Jessie, I'm rapping my ass off on there. If you listen to Fraud, I'm rapping my ass off on there. If you listen to Mood, I'm rapping my ass off on there. And I say all that knowing that I'm also at the mercy of getting categorized as a singer, regardless. Because if a singer raps, she's a singer. You know what I mean? That's just how people like to categorize shit. And to be honest, I'm not pressed. I don't give a fuck whatever the fuck people want to categorize me as. Because to me, I'm just an artist. So I'm just an artist. You receive it how you want.
I'm going to go back and listen to every single one of the songs you just named, though, because honestly, hard. I have to ask a similar question to the Wayne one then. What was it like being on set with Sean? Because the energy behind that video stepped it up a notch too.
He's great, man. I don't have nothing bad to say about anybody I've worked with. And I am so happy because I know a lot of people do. That doesn't always go so smoothly when you're accommodating someone else's writer and times and shots and edits. But I've just been really fortunate to work with people that are just open and down and hungry and just down for the vibes. It was lit. He was a sweetheart. My folks were on set too. They met him. It was great.
Come on. I love Sean. Big fan myself. So good to hear.
Yeah.
On top of that, you're about to go, or not about to go, a couple months away on tour with his partner / 2088 collaborator, Janae Aiko.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a collab between you two that I've missed out on? And is there any plans of one in the near future?
Oh man, if it's meant to be, it'll be. But she's great. I'm a fan. She's lovely.
Okay, beautiful. If you do, remember this conversation while you're with her. Can you tell her and Sean to tour their 2088 project to Australia? I need to see that live. Look, one thing I love about you is your shameless promo of your records time and time again, all right? Over and over again, we're hearing the same shit. But you know what? It's for a reason and it works. It's for a reason and it works, all right? We have people here in Australia that haven't done shit yet that are scared to post their songs more than twice.
Yeah.
I don't ask for advice much while I do interviews, but can you please give any advice you have in regards to that promotional side of yourself?
If you don't do it, no one's going to do it for you. If you don't do it, no one's going to do it for you. And that applies to so much. That even applies to your team. If you're not hungry, why the fuck would people bust their ass to work for you and help you make this dream when you're not even sweating for it? So that's important. And also, I know it's shitty and people love to throw the word like cringe around because I can understand how it could be perceived that way. But at the same time, it's for me, and for I feel like a lot of people say this, it's cringier to sit in fear. It's cringier to be concerned about how your art and how your efforts are going to be received. Mind you, I say this also like having read this really dope book. I think the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing or the 22 Immutable Laws of Branding, where there's also a lot of gems in there that you have to be cognizant of so you're not selling yourself short and like fucking up your bigger picture brand or whatever, But it's important to keep that in mind. Parallel to knowing that you have to just fucking bite the bullet and learn how to pivot. And also, what the fuck do I know? Because I'm saying you should take everything I say with a grain of salt because I'm at it and I'm trying things and I'm seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. And it's easy to, when you get a bit of success, be like, this is how you do it. But it's also luck in tandem with being prepared. Gives this and relentlessness and also learning not to lose enthusiasm in the face of failure, because if you do that, say you try it, that might not be the method for everybody. The way I got started was doing covers on Instagram. I know that's not going to work for everybody, you know, but that's the way, that's what worked for me. But if it hadn't, like many things before that hadn't worked for me, I would have just taken a beat, assessed myself objectively, corrected, and then tried again. And if something doesn't work, the same thing. Assess, take constructive criticism, better yourself, pivot, try again. And if you fail, and it's literally just that until you get a yes. And the more no's you get, you should change it so that you're happier about another no, because it just means you're closer to the yes. You're closer to the way that it's going to work.
What a way to finish. Advice. Please go home and listen to that again and again. And anyway, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Please kill it tonight, the next 2 headline shows.
Hell yeah.
It's your boy Wings, it's Jessie Reyez, it's Take Flight. We are.
Thank you.